Heritage Month encourages us all to reflect on our rich history and the shared legacy of our diverse rainbow nation. As a proudly South African brand, Capitec is celebrating the individual heritage of their team members, people like Ayanda Dubazana, who originally hails from KZN.
I'm a brand manager within the marketing and communications department. I love working at Capitec because I believe they embrace each culture and ethnicity. One of the biggest highlights for me about being part of the Zulu culture are our customs and values, such as solidarity, humility. We have a deep sense of respect, especially for our elders. And then, of course, as we all know, Ubuntu as a philosophy that not only exists in the Zulu culture, but across South Africa. And so that is what I'm most proud of. So food plays an integral role in us celebrating our culture. So I'll be making for us ujeke, which is steamed bread. Also making sampan beans, tripe, inyama ngaphakathi, and then lastly, imfino. I'm very excited to showcase my Zulu traditional food to the rest of my colleagues, and I'm hoping that they enjoy the new flavors, the different tastes that we in our culture absolutely love.
Food is an important part of our heritage, but its cultural expression resonates in different ways.
I am Monique Martin. I live in Atlantis. I've lived here most of my life. My heritage, or what I love most about it, I think it's most definitely the diversity of it. For me personally though, I feel like it's here because it's part of your DNA. It identifies who you are. I express myself creatively through my hair with different hairstyles that I experiment with, whether it's braids as I've done, or whether it's faux locks, or whether it's just wearing out my afro. And I love the independence it gives me. I definitely got that from my mommy because I'm able to do all these things by myself. And I just love that.
Normally on the front line helping clients bank simpler and live better is Nature Kumalo from Delft. He showed us how he integrates his own proud culture into his life.
So at Capitec Bank, I work in operations, which is a branch environment. I work as a service consultant. I am Tsonga of heritage. My heritage to me speaks to my foundation, the framework of who I am. It is part of my identity. It speaks to the things that I believe in. There's just something amazing about knowing who you are and where you come from. It gives you some sense of pride and confidence. It's amazing. These are my go-to foods. I would do the moroho, which we call moro, wamkwariba. We also do masonja, mopani worms. It's quite an easy dish to prepare because the preservation process is that they boil it, salt it, and then dry it. So what I'm doing basically is just reactivating and adding some flavors into it. We're gonna do it with onion, tomatoes, a bit of garlic sauce. That is not how it is cooked traditionally, but I can add my own little flair. And here we go.
Taking care of close on 15,000 Capitec employees is HR executive at the bank, Rizwana Butler.
I consider myself proudly South African. I am also of Indian descent, and so I think the two come together really, really well. And there's no incredible place to be like in South Africa, where you have a variety of cultures and backgrounds and languages all coming together. The thing that I love most about my culture is perhaps the cooking and the Indian food. And for me also, there's nothing more enjoyable than a big fat Indian wedding that goes on for 3 or 4 days continuously, all very much part of my heritage. At Capitec, we pride ourselves on really making sure that our clients are the forefront of everything that we do. And for us to remain on the forefront, we need to make sure that we are continuously agile, innovative, and forward-thinking in our approach. And that means having people in our organization that are truly representative of the clients that we serve on a day-to-day basis.
I think exploring different cultures is important because we celebrate our diversity as South Africans, and Each one of us is unique, and what best way to bring it out in celebrating it through food or different music.
It's my first time trying one of these. I'm quite an adventurous eater, but I have to say this is sort of pushing me a little bit to my boundaries, but let's see. Definitely interesting texture. It's almost a little bit like a mussel. It's a bit like seafood.
Celebrating diversity is quite important. You learn how to treat people around you respectfully and respect their cultures, which is very good. And then in South Africa, because of our diversity, it's quite easier to learn about someone else's culture because they want you to understand what they are all about, and you want them to learn about your own culture as well.
At a time when companies are shedding jobs in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, Capitec is making room for new appointments. They're aiming to fill 300 positions over the next few months. These range from jobs for graduates to senior professionals like business analysts, developers, data engineers, scientists, and business intelligence analysts. To apply to join the bank voted the best digital bank in South Africa, visit the Capitec Careers portal at careers.capitecbank.co.za. For more information, join the conversation on social media using #LiveBetter.